Winter. Get your warm clothes ready. Today, we'll be talking about the coldest season, winter. Winter is the coldest season of the year for places that have polar and temperate climates. The word winter actually comes from the Indo-European wend, which actually means water. Winter only happens to regions below or above the equatorial region of the map. This is because areas near the equator pretty much receive the same amount of sunlight a year, while areas below or above it don't. To better understand, we must first know why winter happens in the first place. So how does winter occur? Winter happens because the Earth has a tilted angle relative to its orbit. Because of this tilt, several regions in the Earth receive varying amounts of sunlight and exposure. As the Earth orbits around the Sun, the regions that receive less sunlight become colder, while regions receiving more sunlight get warmer. This is the reason behind the changing of the seasons. When it's winter in the northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere faces the sun more directly. On the other hand, the effect is reversed when it is winter in the southern hemisphere. Receiving lesser sunlight means that regions experiencing winter are colder than usual. When the temperature drops to the freezing point, water vapor in the air freezes and turns to snow. In some areas, authorities identify winter with what is known as meteorological reckoning, meaning they base winter on meteorological or weather patterns. With this definition, the start of winter slightly varies with latitude, but usually are within the months of December, January, and February for the Northern Hemisphere, and June, July, August for the Southern Hemisphere. In other places, mostly in the Northern Hemisphere, winter is defined based on astronomical reckoning or based on the astronomical positions of the Earth. Winter also brings about noticeable changes to the environment. For migratory animals, this is the time for them to migrate. You'll notice this behavior in flocks of birds. Birds will usually fly out to warmer climates come winter. Some animal species, on the other hand, go through a phase of hibernation, which is a near sleep-like state to prepare for winter. Hibernating animals usually stockpile food just before winter and look for a suitable shelter to start the hibernation process. Winter also affects plants and vegetation, as the cold inhibits plant growth and reproduction. Some types of plants even die during winter. As for humans, the extreme cold of the outdoors during winter is detrimental to human health. Frostbite and hypothermia are some of the more common ailments associated with exposure to extreme cold. But fortunately, man has learned to devise clothing and shelter specifically suited for winter. These, in fact, are the precursors to the modern winter wear and fashion of today.